excerpt from my work in progress called NOLA. It is a mystery set in New Orleans. I kept walking until I found myself back on Decatur Street. I stopped when a unique window display captured my attention. It was a collection of used books and glass bottles. I entered and took a deep breath. There's nothing like the smell of old paper bound in old leather. "Welcome to Bits and Bones," a woman said from behind the counter. "We specialize in old books, new spells, and everything in between." She was tall, thin, and dark. I couldn't tell if she was just past young or this shy of old. She wore a deep red sleeveless dress that accentuated her curves and a long gold chain with tassel that dangled to her midriff. Her red lipstick made sure the hard of hearing would be able to read her lips. "I'm Momma Tristan, and this is my store. Can I help you?" She had an accent I couldn't place. It wasn't foreign, but it was more than a southern drawl. She seemed to embody her own hodgepodge motto. "Just looking," I said. "You keep looking," she said. "You'll find it." I looked behind her at the shelves of apothecary bottles and an abundance of bins containing bagged herbs and spices. Candles of all colors were identified with specific spells: green for money, gold for success, white for clarity. Charms, papers, feathers, and other fascinating items were also displayed. I perused the shelves of books and decided on a used collection of New Orleans-based short stories and a tour guide. The photos captivated me, and the short articles would make for easy reading back at the hotel. Momma Tristan rang me up with a smile. "You new to the city?" "Visiting," I nodded. She looked at me so intently I had to look away. She said. "You're no visitor." She put my purchase into a paper bag. "You're a writer, yes?" I hesitantly took the receipt from her hand. "How?" She smiled again. "I'll make you a mojo bag." Before I could object, she turned to the counter behind her and lit 2 candles. She spread her hands in front of her display of small flannel pouches. "Which color for you?" I shrugged. "I like the red." She nodded. "You have a touch of the gift, yes?" "What? No, I just like the red." I started to walk away. She could keep her free voodoo chance. I wasn't even sure I wanted the books anymore. She raised her hand and motioned for me to be still. Murmuring quietly, she took a red flannel pouch and filled it with an assortment of her dried herbs, adding a silver charm. She tied the pouch, sprinkled it with liquid, and handed it to me. "For you." She pressed it into my hands. "It's not for luck," she said, waving her hands toward the ceiling. "It's for power. If you believe, and we all believe in power, you need to believe in your power. He believes in you, you believe in you." I wasn't sure how I felt about my first voodoo experience. I didn't like the idea of mixing spells with God like he was a magician or a genie at our beck and call. But there were no lightning strikes, no tremoring earthquake or deep voice telling me to walk away. Maybe God didn't care how we called on him as long as we called. I reached for my books. "You keep that mojo bag on you at all times for at least a week," she told me. "On me?" "Under your shirt, near your heart, near your soul." I looked for a safety pin or something on the bag, and there wasn't one. I looked back to Momma Tristan, and she held out a thin black lanyard. $2, she grinned.